Kind of windy today. It was kind of cool, but after I got to swinging this coil, I kind of warmed up a little bit, and I got a little light jacket on, and I'm about ready to strip out of it. Same thing. We're gonna dig that. I'm gonna go back to that, and then I'm gonna dig it. Saying 30s, but and I kind of know what it is, but you never know. It might just be a nickel that's close to the surface, or just this dirt is just unforgiving, so it could be. And there it is right there. I knew it. But hey, I dug it, so you can't say that I didn't dig it, because it beeped and it did repeat. So I dug the hole, and that's what I get. But that's the point in learning your detector, your machine that you use. Learn it well. You use it enough, you can just go by the tones most of the time. Sometimes I don't even look at the numbers that it's ringing up. I can just hear the tone. Those pull tabs give you a nickel tone. Hear that kind of low tone, real loud, like that. But that's a 37. That's not gonna be a nickel. That's gonna be a pull tab piece of aluminum for sure. And this dirt is hard today. We haven't had rain in a few days, and it's already dried up because we've been in the upper 90s this week. And so supposed to get some rain today, maybe some severe storms probably later on tonight, I believe. So we'll get more rain. Maybe this dirt will be a little bit softer, but right now it's like concrete trying to dig in there, especially without my shovel. My shovel's right over there in my car, so I could get the shovel, but I don't think there's gonna be many tones out here. Anyway, many targets, should I say. But we did find that 1/4 out here, so there's stuff out here. And that one was old and deep, so you just never know what you're gonna find. You know, even if there's been somebody here before, they can't get it all. They think they have, but there's still lots of stuff here, and I'm sure I've missed a lot of it. I'm kind of going around the edge, around the sidewalk area where people walk and they run and they drop stuff. They don't realize it. Like right there, that's an 80, 83. That could be a dime. It's about 1 bar down, so we'll dig that. Yeah, I raised my coil up 3 or 4 inches, so it's not too far. Giving me a dime signal, but I've been tricked before. I've been tricked many a time, so let's see what that is. Not bad. Got my first kind of a relic. I don't know if you can count this as an actual relic, but it may be a dog tag. But hey, look. It's shaped like the state of Texas. Let's see if there's any writing on there. And I don't have my toothbrush. I left my toothbrush because I was cleaning coins yesterday with it. And but I bet you it's a dog tag. It gotta be. We could go down to the water, but I'll put a little Texas cleaner on there and see if we can read what that is. All right. Penny paws, rabies tag. Way from Richland Hills, Texas. It's got a phone number and stuff on there. I'm not gonna show that, but there's a tag right there. That's the front part, the rabies tag. And then there's the back part. Shaped like the state of Texas. How about that? Kind of a relic, but kind of not. But I just like it because it's cool, shaped like my state. And love the state of Texas. There is a this one's giving me 70s, 80s one way, then 80, 82 this way. So that's the same thing that tag was just giving me. So we'll dig this one and see what it is. Maybe we'll get a dime. Not too far. We'll see how far it is. Probably not too far down, I'm sure. But it could be just a big hunk of metal in there. And I think I see it right on the side, right here. Look at that. Cast iron. Came off a bike seat or the gears or something like that. It was one of those things that you use to tighten up the seat with. Come off a bike. Something like that. See? Gave me the same number. But if I hadn't dug it, I wouldn't have been satisfied. So I would have been wondering what that was all day. But now that I know, we got it out of the ground. We'll just move on. But yeah, I don't think anybody's been here other than me detecting. So there's a lot of area to detect here. So there's a lot of space. And I've barely covered any of it. The ground is so hard here. I guess I should start carrying my shovel and using my shovel. It would probably make it a lot easier to dig. That's low 70s, 60s. But it's got a little grunt to it. So it's probably not a penny. I can hear that grunt. You hear that two-tone kind of a sound. That's giving me a little grunt. So pennies are loud, especially copper pennies. They ring up like quarters sometimes. They'll ring up in the 80s and 90s, and I'm like, Sharika, I hit silver, and it's an old memorial or something. Super loud. That one had like a grunty sound at the end when you wave across it. Same thing with that. 60s. Probably some trash. Usually pennies run up around 66, 67. Sometimes those copper pennies will run in the 70s, 71, 72, just because they ring up so loud. Sometimes I've had them screeching in at 90. I'm like, why is that thing so loud? And that's what it is. It's just an old copper penny. It's very conductive material, so it rings up loud, super loud sometimes. I see where the squirrels have been digging, burying acorns and nuts. So we'll hit this, y'all, and I'm not gonna stay out here too long. It's kind of starting to get hot already. It's about 80 degrees, and it's only, I don't think it's 9 o'clock yet. Is it 9 o'clock? 10 a.m. and it's already 80 degrees or so. A couple people starting to come out. We're gonna do some fishing. More people out walking. Weather's getting nice, but still kind of cool. Still got a little breeze going. You know, so maybe a couple things to get. Morning. Yeah, let's give me 50s, 59. Probably a lead weight. Then another part that I do is where everybody parks their cars. So right at the little edge of the parking, it's all grass. It's all grass too. There's bathrooms here. Lots of benches. I usually do behind the benches. There's a pavilion here. Sometimes I'll do that pavilion, but there is so much trash. I'm just gonna go over there anyway and just let you hear the amount of trash that's in that spot. It's like crazy. You got to be a really good detector to discriminate some of those out. I always find a lot of change here behind these benches sometimes. See a bottle cap, ring it up high like it's silver, 89, 90s. If I hadn't saw that, and I would have dug it. That's a nice screeching high tone. I would have dug that tone for sure. But you can see them sometimes. Just like that. There's 60s right there. 66, 68. I'm confident that that's a penny for sure. So we'll dig that tone and see what that is. I'm sure that's what it is, but pretty certain, just because of the numbers, and it's not that deep. Look at that. There we go. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. I'm getting this detector down. I mean, it's not the most expensive detector. They say it's a starter. It's a good starter, and buy it for your kid. I wouldn't buy this for my kid. Not this, not that. I mean, you know, not super expensive, but that is not one that I would buy for my kid who's probably just gonna do this for a day or two, or maybe a week, and then put it down and then not want to do it again. Like all those tennis lessons I got from my son, who I thought he was gonna be the next tennis pro, and then he goes one day, I don't want to play tennis anymore. The day after he left tennis camp, that was almost $1,000. And then he joined ROTC. Seemed to like that, but yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if I buy this as a beginner detector for a kid. There's lots of stuff on this thing I don't even know yet, but you can block out different metals. So like if I just want to find coins, I can just put to where it'll just pick up coins. But you take a chance on missing all the other good stuff. Ooh, that's big. You see, I got that about 8 inches off the ground, and it's still ringing up high 90s. I think that's something big and something I don't want to dig. I started to, but you know, it's ringing up high 90s that far off the ground. It's probably something big. I think that's one of the tips I learned from one of the detectors that I follow. You know, I'm no expert detectorist, but there's guys that's been around here doing this for, you know, 10, 15, 20 years, some longer than that. That's why I need to join a club. I'm trying to join a club. I think I heard about the East Fork Club over in Mesquite, that I'm going to join, and there's another one that I want to join, but I can't join either one of them until next month. So I'm gonna try to get one of those second Tuesdays or second Thursday of the month and join one of those. So this is next to the pavilion, and just listen to all the targets here in the ground. You know, they're hard to discern from. This one's giving me 20s and 30s and negatives and positives, and I mean just all kinds of high tones, mid tones, grunty tones. So this is a hard place to detect, especially around this. You know there's stuff here. You know there's stuff here, but you know, just what is it? You know, what is it? Which one do you dig? Which one do you not dig? There's so many. And this is kind of, it kind of keeps me away from this part, even though I know this is where people migrate to. It's shady, it's covered. And there's a splash pad right there that they're digging, and they got the concrete down already, so they're already getting ready to open this thing up. I think it's supposed to open up by the fall, so it'll be open. This will be another great addition for the kids here to have this little splash pad here to come play in. This park gets it gets pretty busy sometimes. I mean, there's not a lot of people here right now, but they bring kids here on field trips, you know, or whatever they do, you know, when they come out. They come out for, you know, whatever time, but there's a lot of kids, and they bring the bus and they drop these kids off, and they have a good time out here. Lots of school-age kids, you know, elementary school age kids. They come out here and they bring the whole bus. Usually if I see that bus, I usually go the other way. Like I said, I kind of don't like detecting when there's a lot of kids out here playing. I don't want to get in the way. I want them to enjoy themselves and not be worried about some crazy man with a big long metal detector looking weird with a camera strapped to his chest. So, you know. But I think that's all I'm gonna do for right now. I may hit a couple more parks today. There's a few more, Lancaster, DeSoto, that I usually go to. But I think I'm gonna end this video. We'll cut this detector off, save a little battery, and just want to say thank you all dirt junkies for listening and for watching my videos and for subscribing to my channel. Please subscribe. I need to get 50 subscribers. I think I'm almost at 10. I almost got 10 subscribers. I looked on there today and I had 9 subscribers, and I was like, gee willikers, that's pretty cool. I got 9. You think, you know, there's people with 100,000, and they're like, oh, I got 100,000, and I got 9, and I'm like thrilled to death. Just because I was preaching the other day, I made a short, and I was like, hey, you know, I watch all these other guys, these detectorists, and I follow their channel. They say like, share, and subscribe, and then nobody follows me. They don't follow you back. So I think what I should start doing is, if you don't follow me, I'm gonna unfollow you. No, I'm not gonna do that, because I like those guys' content. I like their content. Or else I wouldn't follow them. But yeah, I like their stuff, and so yeah, I'm not gonna unfollow. That'd be mean. Just because you didn't follow me doesn't mean I'm not gonna follow you. So we'll see if I get more followers, but that would be courteous to do is to, if somebody follows your channel, to follow them back. Especially if it's another detectorist, you know, it'd be nice to follow them back, you know. So, but that's my shovel. I was talking about, it's just a little shovel off Amazon, so nothing crazy, but it's got the serrated edges. You know, like I said, it's not an Excalibur, but hey, it'll get the job done right now, especially when you're doing this on a budget. You don't have to have the most expensive stuff, you just need functional equipment. My Mind Lab Xterra Pro is functional. It gets the job done, finds me coins and, you know, race cars and some jewelry every once in a while, you know. Got my CKG bag, you know, hand digger. But yeah, but thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I appreciate y'all. This place also has like a library, so it's a library around here along with the park. So until next time, thank you guys for watching again. Appreciate y'all, each and every one. And if y'all could just like, share, and subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, Dirt Junkies, this is Steve, Diggin Dallas Metal Detecting. We out.